Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Here we mostly talk about retro tech and how it can be used with new or modern tech. This is the Nikon d3200. This camera is near and dear to my heart, for it was the camera I used to learn manual photography, as well as videography. This is what the camera goes for nowadays, and this is how much I paid in 2015. I originally bought this camera to learn the basics of video, but it did sit around in my room for a while. It wasn't until I went back to college and started learning how to shoot manual as well as composition that I picked it back up and I started to utilize it more. Here's a summary of the D3200 specs. The D3200 is a great entry-level DSLR. It's user-friendly and overall provides a great image. One thing to keep in mind is that it has a crop sensor, which is something to consider when buying lenses. The kit lens is great for starting out, but once you decide to upgrade, don't make the same mistake I did. I made the mistake of buying full-frame lenses. You could still use full-frame lenses on a crop sensor camera, but there will be a crop factor, typically 1.5. For example, I got this 50mm full-frame lens, which means on my D3200, which is a crop sensor camera, it is roughly about 75mm. Okay, now let's see what this camera can do. When recording video, for some reason my monitor kept on displaying a heavy green image. At first I thought it was the cable, but I tested it with my television and it worked fine. Anyways, here is a basic layout of the camera menu. It is relatively easy to navigate compared to the Sony menu system. Another thing to note is that the camera does not have a dedicated video mode. When you're ready to record, you push the red button and then the crop will apply to your video. This could be challenging when framing your shot. And as you can see, you only get 20 minutes of recording before the camera heats up. As I kept using it, I quickly realized that it had its limitations, such as a fixed LCD screen, which is only an issue if you're vlogging. Also, the camera does shoot full HD. However, it does provide a very noisy, grainy image. The camera also lacks advanced video features. It has no built-in image stabilization, which is a big feature if you plan to shoot on the go. In summary, if you only plan to use it for photography and you don't want to spend a lot of money, it's the ideal camera for entry-level shooters. However, I would not recommend this camera for video. Despite all of these challenges, I still have a special place in my heart for this camera. I shot my first wedding with this camera. It got me outside of my shell. It got me outside into the world and I started getting more gigs. And for that, I will be forever grateful. Well, that's it for today, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you would like to see more of these videos, please like and subscribe. Peace out.